Namaste, this is Isha, and I want to reflect in the light of spirituality, particularly the spirituality of Kriya Yoga and mystical Christianity, on some disturbing things that are happening in the world. It wasn't that long ago that there was a terrorist attack on an Islamic mosque in New Zealand, and last Easter, last Sunday, there was an attack on a Christian church by terrorists. And yesterday there was an attack, a terrorist attack, in a Jewish synagogue in Southern California. These events seem to be happening, unfortunately, with frequency. And I just want to give a brief analysis, at least at one level, of what is going on. There's a lot of friction in the world. There's a lot of angst in the world. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of heat in the world. And we don't just exist as isolated beings in our own little interior prisons. We are part of this collective human consciousness. And so when the collective consciousness of the human race is filled with aggression and friction and heat, it is going to erupt in different places through different people. Now, we can look at that and feel helpless and say, what can we do? But we should never forget that we're part of this collective human consciousness, this collective mind that we all participate in. And to the degree that we are in a place of peace, to the degree that God's healing balm, the coolness of the Spirit, so to speak, is working through us and manifesting through us, we tilt the world in a positive direction. We actually have the effect, at some level, of cooling the heat down. And if enough of us commit to a path of peace, of being an instrument of this healing balm, this cool breeze, the living water of God, if enough of us commit, then the world consciousness, the world mind, really does begin to tilt in a more positive direction. So at some level, we all make a difference. The first thing is that we can't allow ourselves to be drawn into the heat, to be drawn into the electricity, to be drawn into the friction. We have to surround ourselves with peace. More and more, I think people are being called to live in monasteries without walls, meaning that we surround ourselves, we live our life in such a way that the peace of God and the coolness, the breeze of the Spirit flows through us, cooling things down. Secondly, we have to make sure that we're not getting overheated. We need to forgive people. We need to be patient with people. We need to forgive ourselves. We need to be patient with ourselves. And to the degree that we do that, again, we tilt the world in a more peaceful direction. And most importantly, every day going into that silence, drinking from the well of living water, it helps to preserve our own souls. It helps to cool things down inside. Helps to cool our nervous system down, quite literally. But then, again, that spills over into the collective consciousness of the human mind. Yogananda said, and you might say it's an exaggeration, but it's fundamentally true. Yogananda says, one yogi in meditation does more to change the world than all the do-gooders combined. What was he really saying? When we go into meditation and we go into that peace of God, we go into that presence, we literally become a healing balm. Our consciousness becomes a source of light and love that has the effect of cooling things down, minimizing the friction around us and in the world. Again, we are all cells in the cosmic body of God. We're all connected. What happens to one of us in some way, shape, or form happens to all of us. Everything we do tilts the world in one direction or the not, or tilts the world in one direction or another direction, towards peace or towards friction. Never underestimate what you can do, what I can do. We're made in the very image and likeness of God. And as we seek through prayer, through meditation, and acts of kindness and compassion to bring that image, to bring that divinity into fruition in the world, we really do make a difference. You are God's gift to the world. No one is made exactly like you. Your piece is part of the puzzle that brings peace to the world. So as Jesus said, be in the world, functioning in the world, but don't be of the world. Don't be of the anger and the fear and the hatred and the friction. Be of the peace, be of the joy. Be that divine soul in your life that God created you to be. And just know you make a tremendous difference. My heart goes out and my prayers go out to all the victims of all the acts of terrorism and anger all over the world. God bless you, and namaste.